If you don't think eating healthy is really, really tasty, Wendy Gabbe Day is here to change your mind. She has a new cookbook out called Scatter Vegan Sweets, and we have a recipe today. What's this one called?
We're going to be making coconut cherry truffles.
That sounds delicious. And not too hard, I hope.
No, it's really basic. Just a few ingredients, 5 ingredients are going in. We'll use the food processor. It's going to be quick and easy and really delicious as well.
Okay, well, let's get started. And we can also talk about some of the things that are going on in Portland. There's the VegFest.
Right, yeah, it's starting up today at the convention center. We're very excited about it. I'll have my copies of my book at the show, and then my dad and I will be doing a demo together at 3 o'clock later today.
Oh, that sounds great. And there's a lot of different experts, and this has been going on for 6 years. So
yeah, this is our 6th annual, and it's getting bigger and bigger. This is our first year that's a 2-day event, so I'm very excited about it.
All right, well, let's see how this is going to turn out. I'm really, really curious.
All right, well, this is really simple. First, we'll be using some almonds. These are raw almonds. If you had pecans or any other nuts, it would work just as well. So you add it to the food processor, and then we're going to put the lid on and process here.
Process those first. So you absolutely need to have a food processor for this.
Yeah, I would really recommend it. It makes life a lot easier. You could, with a knife, you could chop it really finely and be chopping this stuff, but I'd say that would be a bit time consuming, and then you would just be kind of molding with your hands. So I really would recommend this for,
would a blender
this recipe.
work?
I would try it with a blender. That would definitely for the almonds, and then for the dried fruit, I'd probably be chopping it and then kneading it together.
Okay,
so
well, let's process this.
All right. And that's all we have to do there to process.
So pretty fine.
Yeah, I'd like to make it pretty fine. Otherwise, you could make it a little bit chunkier, but then you'd probably be chewing on some almonds.
Right, right. I like it. Okay, now what's next?
We're going to be adding some medjool dates, and I've already taken the pit out of them. You definitely don't want to end up with a pit in there. So we're adding our dates next.
Now, are these seasonal?
You know what, they're not. You can find them in bulk sections pretty much year-round.
Okay.
Because they are dry.
The dried ones,
yeah,
all right.
Exactly. And then we'll be adding some dried cherries.
That's the coconut cherry truffle.
Yeah,
yay,
here
the
it
dried
comes.
cherries.
Yeah, but if you had different type of dried fruit, you could add
those
that
are
just as
very
well.
flavorful.
They are, and there's no sugar added to these as well. They're just dried fruit all on its own. That's what I definitely would recommend. And then we're going to be adding brown rice, and this is short grain brown rice. You don't have to add this if you don't have it, or if you really want to make more of a dessert, I'd say add the other ingredients, leave out the rice. But if you want to make it a little more low calorie, low sugar, that's where the rice comes into play. So it makes it more of almost like a day snack versus a dessert.
Okay.
So.
All right, and great way to use up some leftover brown rice.
Definitely, I agree completely. Okay. So we add our brown rice, and this is our shredded coconut, and we're just going to be using half of it into the recipe, then half will remain so we can roll them up, and they'll kind of coat the outside. So I'm just going to guess a little bit, so we should be adding around a quarter of a cup there.
About a quarter of a cup,
Yep.
okay.
And then we're going to process, and we'll be almost
No
ready
sugar?
to go. There's no sugar.
No
sugar
added.
added.
Wow, that's a good treat. So it completely just mixes so perfectly well.
Yeah, you know what? It just, the fruit really adds some nice moisture. It makes it really sticky. And then just by hand, I kind of roll into a ball. You know, you could roll into any shape you wanted. It's really simple. We'll dunk it in some coconut shreds, just kind of coat the outside, makes it a little neater to grab off of a plate.
Those are kind of big.
Yeah, you know what? You can make them any size you want. Sometimes I make them really small. Sometimes, you know, it's a great snack, great on-the-go snack, you know, if they're really big too.
Right, and you know what? Perfect for after school.
I think so too, totally. And you know what? Even if you're breakfast on the go, fruit, nuts, rice, that's really a great meal right there.
Okay, now you have some really, really interesting recipes in this book. I love it. The maple oat peanut brittle.
Oh, I love peanut brittle.
And gingerbread muffins. So you have a lot of things in here, but with a healthy twist.
Totally, yeah. Low fat, low sugar, but definitely high in flavor.
And many of them are gluten-free?
Gluten-free, all gluten-free, the entire book, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to taste one. And tell me a little bit more about the VegFest, what time it starts?
It starts at 10 a.m., and it's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. both today and tomorrow. And we have a ton of free food samples, chef demos, a lot of speakers. What do you think?
I love it.
Excellent.
Really good. And the coconut's not real strong. Some people don't like coconut. I love it, but really, really good.
Excellent.
All right, the VegFest today at 10 o'clock at the Oregon Convention Center. And of course, that's where you can pick up the Scatter Vegan Sweets. Thank you so much, Wendy.
Thanks so much for having me.